How to know what type of parameters a specific function is taking? By using type hints. So watch the video till the end so that you can able to clearly understand the real usage and the real application and advantages of type hints. So having said that, welcome to the series of everything you need to know about Python in simplest possible way. So when it comes to type hints, we can actually mention what type of data a specific parameters is taking when defining a function. So let us understand clearly using an example. So here what I will be doing is that I will be mentioning a function. Let's say what a function that I will be mentioning is that I will mention string multiplication here. I am mentioning string multiplication. So what I am trying to do here is that I wanted to multiply the strings. So in order to do that, I will take one integer value, I will take one string value. So by using those two different values only, we can actually multiply the string, right? So because of that reason, I will take num here and I will take string here. So by using this num and string, we can actually multiply this num and string to get the string multiplication, right? So that is what I will be doing inside of this. So after that, I will just return num multiplied by string here. So here I am not mentioning any type hints. So let us see how the result. Let's say I am the new developer. Let's say I have just written this definition. In future I am referring this. So let's say what I am assuming is that I am assuming this type multiplication will take two integers. Let's say if I pass 2 and 3 and if I execute this, we are getting 6. So that is fine. This will work exactly fine for two integers. Let's say if I pass two strings here, I am passing like and I am passing subscribe here. So I am passing two strings here, and if I execute this, we are getting an error. Can't multiply sequence by non-integer type of str. So by somehow it is telling this process cannot be done, right? The reason is because we are taking one number and we are taking one string inside of the function, but when we are passing that, we are passing two strings. That cannot be done. We cannot multiply two strings, right? That is what it is telling. So by this explanation, you can able to understand, you first need to understand what is the process that is happening inside of the function before you actually pass the parameters, right? So to know that, in order to not to go to the implementation, by just looking at the function definition, in order to know what type of data it is taking, we can actually use type hints. So let us understand how this type hints works. So we will mention what type of data it is telling, it is taking by using this type hints. So here I am mentioning this num, and after that I am mentioning it is of integer type. So this, by whenever a new developer or even I in future wanted to refer this function, I will directly come to this function definition and understand, hey, this number is taking integer. So after that I will mention str here. So this string is taking of type string. So by just going through this function definition, I can able to understand this number is taking integer type and this string is taking string type. So by just having that understanding, I will just replace this number. So I wanted to first pass the number, right? So I will pass 5. After that I will pass a string, which is nothing but like in this case. So I will execute this function definition and I will execute this function call. If I execute this, we can able to get the result like 5 times, right? So by using this function definition, by using this type hints, we can actually get some kind of an understanding what this function parameters is taking, what type of data this function parameters is taking, and doing the rest of the process. So apart from this, you can actually mention the return type as well. So what is the type that it is returning? So this is returning of string, right? That we can see here. So let's say if I mention type here, and if I execute this, so I will execute this first, and if I execute this, we can able to see we are getting string, right? That is what I have mentioned. Like this, you can actually mention what is the return type as well. So now I will tell you one more thing here. So we can able to get this, so by simply mentioning this int and str. So we are just giving an hint not enforcing this function. Only this function takes only integer and string type, and you only need to pass integer and string type. So this is just a hint. And even if I pass another variable, let's say I will pass 10 here, and if I execute this, still we can able to get the result, which is 50, which is the multiplication of 5 and 10. So what you need to observe is that here I am mentioning number which is of int type, that is fine. But here when I mention string of str type, though I have passing this 10 which is of int type, it is still taking. The reason is because it is not enforcing. By simply mentioning this str, you are not enforcing that you need to pass only str type. It is just a hint for the new user whenever we are calling this function. So it is just a hint. It is not enforcing that you only need to pass str type. So in some cases, this function works when we have different types of data. But in some cases, we need to pass exactly integer means integer and str means str. So I hope you can able to understand that. By having this type hints, we can actually call in future whenever we are calling this function to, without going to the implementation, we can actually know what type of data it is taking by simply going to the function definition. So I hope you can able to understand that. Like this, we can implement any function for that matter by simply having this type hints. In future, if you wanted to going through the function and calling the function, you don't need to go through the complete code whenever you are getting some kind of error. So just now we have seen one error when we are passing one into two strings type, right? So in order to overcome that, better you have mentioned this type hints in your function definition. That really helps you in order not to go to the complete implementation. By just going to the function definition itself, you can able to understand what type of data it is taking and what type of data it is returning. I hope you can able to understand that, right? And if you found this video interesting, hit the like button and comment whatever you think about this video in the comment section. Like this, there are some more important aspects that we wanted to know regarding functions that we will discuss in our coming videos. To stay updated with my latest videos, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications to all, so that whenever I upload any video, you will get the notification. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.